for a minute there, but like it was only 2 minutes of me dying to bullshit in phase 1, so I don't really care that we lost that. It's not like anybody missed anything. I don't know why my timing is so off on this. I really think that okay. There's so much fucking garbage on the floor. I think because it's yellow, that means I have enough to level up. Like, I don't really think that's gonna hurt, or it's not gonna help, but like, I mean, it's not gonna hurt. You know, it never hurts to have an extra level just in case. But like, it's just... It falls under the same problem this game has had the entire time, right? There's two major problems that this game has when it comes to the boss fights. One, they just have too much health. They just have way too much fucking health. It makes every fight into this really long, unnecessary slog that sucks. And I'm spending so much time playing Keep Away because of all those fucking bullshit AoE and stuff. That I feel like I'm not getting enough time to put any actual damage into it. And he, you know, has the same issue with his stamina regenerating super fast. Oh, you can parry that, okay. He just swept right through me, right there. Okay. That's pretty decent. Got some good damage in there. Okay, maybe not. Are you serious? No fucking stamina, but I can't punish it! Because he's super fucking far away. instantly goes into his next combo. Fuck this fight. Okay, phase 2. I need to heal, please. Thank you. Sir. Bruh. Ow. Can I just... Jesus, that's just so fucking much going on. Okay, so now he's gonna go do his bullshit. And we're gonna do some testing, and we're gonna see if we can parry these. Sorry, I'm not talking, I'm focusing. I'm gonna top off. What is that? What is he fucking... At least the guitar is cool, but... Ow. Can you not do that again? Bruh, could you fuck off? Damn it! That actually doesn't do that much damage. disagree. This is just, it's just... Just to hit me, just... It's just so... He's playing fucking keep away so much. Just fucking attack me, you fucking loser. These fights are so fucking long. These fights are just so fucking long, chat. Buddy, you need to stop the thing that you're doing right now. Rude of him, honestly. My timing was off. Get a little bit of extra damage in while he's stunned. Get as much of this in as I can. That's kind of silly. Need to heal. We're going into phase 2 much weaker, but that's okay. Hey! Like, it's just... Okay, Sabzi, that's fine. You know... Too soon. He's doing this dumb shit. I always end up not trusting it, so like I dodge instead of parry it. Oh, fuck you, video game. Disagree. Could you come the fuck down? Like, just... fucking pins me to the fucking thing so that I can't do anything. There's no need for him to be able to be this maneuverable with this much health. There's literally no need for it. He does not need to be this fucking maneuverable. Hi, Tia. Welcome to my personal hell. We're on the final boss of this game, and it's pissing me off. How are you? How was your stream? I hope you've been well. Everybody, please go follow Tia. I don't know if any of my mods are around. So everybody go follow Spooky Zombie, please. Absolute sweetheart. Does some art sometimes. Plays a lot of Dead by Daylight. It's fine. It's just... I have a lot of thoughts about this game, and none of them are good. Because, like... Like, a lot of the bosses are just... They have way too many mechanics and way too much health. Like, this dude has so much shit going on all of the time. But how was your stream? What were you playing today, huh? I mean, I'll get it eventually. I'm already over time. I wanted to be done with this game fucking ages ago. You play Dead by Daylight? As if you would ever play Dead by Daylight. Stop playing Keep Away, you little fucker! God! Are you serious? God, the time that it takes to charge up my attacks is enough for him to get enough stamina back that I can't actually punish him. It's so incredibly frustrating that he can get his stamina back for free all of the time. Thank you for doing this shout out. Anyway, everybody go follow Tia, please. I just want to be done with this game. I'm not, like, this is the last boss. I want to be done. I never want to play this game again. I want to just uninstall. I'm actually going to look this up. Hold on. Never mind. I'm not going to look this up because we triggered the boss fight. Ah, fuck that up. Too soon. I'll just get fire elemental, you know, for reasons, I guess. And then... Fuck you! Break your stamina with a spear. Stop playing Keep Away! Nice. Okay, I got the stamina break. And he's playing Keep Away again. It's fine. No. That's fucking horseshit. Ah, I fucked that up. That could have been really good if I hadn't fucked it. Why did he just not take damage there? That was weird. Oh, he's doing this fucking thing. I want to learn to get the timing right on that parry, but I really don't think I'm ever going to. He's just regenerating his stamina through it. Hey, get down here. Barefoot bitch. Okay, phase 2. Let's hop off. Yeah, dude, there's 3 phases to this fucking fight. And I missed all of those parries. Every last one of them. Okay, I totally mistimed that. I want to see how many actual abilities this motherfucker has. I'm legitimately curious. Right? I want to see how many abilities this guy has. We're gonna take a quick look. We're gonna take a little look-see. This is not all of them. Fucking 2 hit slash, 4 wing slash during phase 2, shockwave hit, 3 hit ground slam, 3 sword hits, ice ground slam, purple spear throw, 6 purple energy tracers, ground AoE, 5 purple sword tracers, fire AoE. That's not even all of them. Like, that ain't anywhere near all of them. This is incomplete. Man, even the fucking wiki doesn't know how much bullshit's going on in this motherfucker. That's how bad this is. Even the fucking wiki is like, I don't fucking know. And you are a professional. Yeah, it's just, it's... Like, I've said this before, and I know that I'm harping on it, and I'm bitching, and this is me trying to compartmentalize so that I don't rage and throw a controller. But every single fight in this game could have been awesome if they had 25% less HP. Welcome back. Because the fights are just so incredibly long. You know? And that's part of the problem, is that the fights are just really fucking long. Especially with how good he is at playing keep away. You know, when I get him, I should be doing obscene amounts of damage and, you know, easily able to take his shit down. he'll just heal through that, I guess. Well, at least I'm back to full health. Run away, run away. What? I clipped through that. That should have been fine. Fuck you. I'm trying to dodge more than parry that. Like, I'm doing it on purpose. I disagree. Run! He just sidestepped the attack and just was like, nah, I'm going to annoy it. I'm going to ignore it. Okay, I was trying something there and it kind of worked, but also kind of didn't. Like, the damage that I took, or that I did, was not worth the damage that I took for it. You know what I mean? The damage that we took during that was definitely not worth it. Always miss that one. And that one. And that one. For whatever reason. Rude. Down, boy. Okay. Ah, damn it. I missed the cue. He's angry. Alright, he's doing his bullshit. I don't like that. Fucking... Dude, let me fucking heal. This is good because it's getting me heals back from my my armor set that lets me heal, which is really good. Now I have to deal with this bullshit. But that's okay because I'm getting heals back. I am regenerating as we speak. Such a little bitch. I still don't know how to deal with this one. Maybe I have to destroy it? Ow. No time like the present to start using up my abilities, you know? Coward! Fuck away from me. Dude. Focus. Okay. Hi, cute little angel. We are finishing up this fight. So you're gonna get spoilers, and I'm sorry. Welcome in, Raiders. Okay, so... we got a bunch of materials out of it, but we didn't get an achievement. So, phase 3. Welcome in. My name is Hnetu, your local barbarian cat girl, who is so fucking done with this game. We are well over our normal stream time. Was I lied to? Were there really only 2 phases? I'll be upset if there were really only 2 phases. And that I stressed out about this for 2 instead of 3. But either way, this has been hell. And I'm damn near done with it. This is the final boss, so, you know, spoilers. But how was your stream? What were you doing? Everybody go follow Cute Little Angel. Were you doing more Lies of P tonight? Good job. Thank you.
It's over.
And then he, like, Michael Myers himself up there. I don't think your character can do another phase. Listen, he's gonna have round 3, and that's in his ass. His combos are so hard to get the timing down. It's mostly that he just plays so much keep away. You know? You beat Liza P, you love Liza P. I reached the ending without summoning a spirit of advocacy. Yay! There's no fucking phase 3. Oh, that was such an annoying fight. The Empire fell, reduced to ruins, leaving Khazan with nothing. The weight of killing Ozma with his own hands is now a deep, haunting nightmare that clings to him. Ooh, nice. Despite knowing there's nothing more to be done, he returns to the place where Ozma's memory still lives. Sounds like you had a very expensive or a very busy stream, and that's pretty cool. Ozma's quarters. I don't know why we give a shit. That guy was an asshole.
Khazan,
Reminisce.
is this really for me?
Hot young Hnetu got stubborn achievement for tenacity. I did. It looks like it's over.
Thank you. You teach me to fight with it, and I'll teach
But
you
everybody
to
please go
use
show some love to
magic.
cute little angel.
Together, we'll be unstoppable.
My brain hurts. Why do I have to reminisce? Why can't this just be like a thing that happens?
Beautiful.
Okay,
Thank you, Khazan.
this is another one of those things that if this had been before we got to
I
Reese,
wish we could stay
we
like
could have had
this
an
forever.
emotional connection to her.
The three of us together.
They really were a throuple.
Reese.
Because again, Khazan was like, had all these like memories and stuff, but as a player, we don't have any connection to Reese or really to Ozma. There's no reason to. Yeah, let's go down first. Fancy fucking house. Okay.
You dare defy us!
Oh, are we gonna watch? See, this should have been mid-game. This should have been midway through the game so that we had a chance to actually get an emotional connection, not after the game ended.
Reese! No!
Having this after the game ended, like, this would have filled in so much that they could have put in there. But they didn't.
Reese. Wake up.
Dude, she's fucking stabbed. And so, like, we end up in a position, reminiscing in your first apartment that you were roommates in, yeah. But, like, so a lot of this comes across as kind of pointless because, like,
Kill the traitor!
To think we once called you a hero!
So, this is my reward.
this should have been midway through the
Saving
game.
Empire from the evil of his mom.
If this had been midway through the game, we would have had a
I
lot of,
see
like,
now.
actual character motivations and had a chance to
Real
kill him.
evil.
This is Khazan
Is
learning why he
humanity
did what he
itself.
did, further breaking him after having killed his friend. So narratively, it wrecks him
Ozma.
even. But that's not the. But no. But I don't give a fuck about Khazan's
With
feelings.
your hatred.
I'm talking about from a player perspective because, like, they're telling us, they're not showing us. They said, "Oh, Reese and Khazan and Ozma were these, like, they were the three musketeers. They were the best of friends. They were all basically in a fucking polycule together." I don't know who the fuck Reese is. When we got to the boss fight for Reese, we didn't know who she was. There was, like, 2 lines of dialogue that said, "I'm gonna go find Reese," and then you find a notebook that said, "Oh yeah, Reese got stabbed a whole bunch." But when we get to her, there is no explanation, and Khazan might be emotionally devastated because he has to kill, like, basically his former lover that, you know, he shared with Ozma, but we as the player do not have that emotional connection that they could have made for us by putting this in the middle of the game, or by showing us who the fuck she was at the beginning, or starting earlier and having Hismar be the first boss fight. But they didn't, and I think that it's a narrative failing in the fact that they fucked that up so badly. Also, I would like to note there's only 1 bed here for the 3 of them. It's the reverse of in media res. Yeah, the polycule. And so, like, he's giving a rose to, like, I guess to Reese, you know? Because she was a victim in all this. But, like, I don't feel emotionally devastated.
It's time for you to return to where you came from.
And I could feel emotionally devastated.
Charon commands me to stay. Chaos still remains, and so must I.
His armor is so cool. Because I don't have the emotional devastation that Khazan has. I should be feeling the same thing that Khazan is feeling. The sorrow, the rage, the pain. Both physical and emotional. And I just don't. Because the game didn't do the work to build it up for us. And as someone who writes, I know what I'm talking about. You can't just say, oh, they're best friends. You have to show it. There's a whole thing of like, a movie that has romance in it will absolutely flop. All right, we reached the ending. Very good. Like, a movie that has romance in it will flop if the two characters that are playing, like the actors and the actress, don't have any chemistry. You need that chemistry, and if you don't have it. And it's frustrating that they failed at that. You want to play this game, but it bums me out if it doesn't hit the feelings rating good. Yeah, so I'm sorry that there's spoilers, because you just came in at the very end. Next journey. You've reached the end of the journey, you can revisit, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Fuck this game. So, like, the second to last boss, this is spoilers, so if you don't want to hear it, I'm sorry. The second to last boss you fight is Reese, and the last boss is Ozma, right? The whole story is that Khazan and Ozma went and fought Hismar, who is the name of the big fuck-off dragon that they're supposed to kill. So they killed the dragon. We don't get to see that. That's told to us. We don't see it. The game starts with Khazan in a fucking jail cell being transported with the tendons in his wrists cut so that he can't wield a sword anymore, right? So they start the story in Chapter 2. Chapter 1 should have been, we beat the bad guy, and then the king said we're traitors and threw us in jail. So we fight our way back, we're trying to find Ozma, we realize that Ozma's actually behind why everything has gone to absolute shit. And then late in the game, Khazan's like, I gotta get to Reese. We'll be able to fix this. And so I don't know who Reese is at this point. I know because I looked up how many bosses there were because I was getting frustrated at the game. But as a player, you don't know who Reese is at this point. And then you find, like, there's one or two lines that say, hey, I'm gonna go find Reese. And then you get to the level where you fight her as the boss, and you can find this notebook, and the notebook says, we've stabbed her several times, she's not gonna survive this. And then you get to the Reese fight, and it jumps to a cutscene, and it's like, it shows Reese and Ozma together, like, in their bridal setup. You know, they're, like, about to get married, and it's not gonna work, and they're like, let's all be the best of friends forever and ever, and then the fight starts. There's no way that you can establish an emotional connection for the devastation that Khazan, who has known this woman his entire life, can feel. I don't feel that because they didn't do the groundwork to introduce her and make me want to find her. If they had introduced her in the very beginning, and we got torn away, and one of Khazan's big things is, I need to get back to her so that we can sort this shit out, from the very beginning, they could have done that. Especially if a cutscene like that came a little bit before, and we finally get the motivations of, like, why Ozma's doing all this, and the reveal that Reese is dead. We've been fighting to get there, and then we find her, and it's like, oh no, she's actually alive, and then we have to fight her. That could have been an amazing moment from a narrative perspective to rip your heart out. But because they didn't do the groundwork, it doesn't work. And that's the rule of showing, not telling. You cannot say they're all best friends. You have to show them being best friends. And every time they show, like, there are so many bosses in this game that are tragic victims of circumstance, either because the world is falling apart around them, because of the shit with Hismar, because they're poor people that the rich people are abusing, or because of Ozma's fucking everything up. A lot of the bosses, there are a couple of animal bosses that are just beasts. Hold on, I'm snoozing the ads for this. There are a couple of animal bosses that are just beasts, that are like whatever, but a lot of the human bosses, as soon as you beat them, after you beat them, it jumps into a cutscene that shows who these people were. And so I don't feel guilty for killing them because I killed them and the game's going, now feel bad about it. No, make me feel bad about it beforehand. Make me get there and realize that this guy is not fighting you because he wants to. He's fighting you because he's lost his mind and because everything crazy has happened that has made him snap. And now I am putting him out of his misery. I am performing a mercy to this man. But instead it's, haha, you killed that guy. Now you get to feel bad. But I don't feel bad because you fucked up your writing. You cannot just have, if the fucking crux of the story is the devastation that Khazan is supposed to feel about having to go through all of this and having to kill everyone he cared about. Thank you for the follow, Lucas. I appreciate it. Welcome in. If the if the crux
Lucas
of the
underscore Wolf 47 just followed.
If the crux of the emotional story of this game is that Khazan is constantly having to be just a step behind everyone else and realize that he is failing to save people, and that is supposed to push him to the brink of absolute devastation, they did not do a good job of it. Because at no point did I as the player feel that. And I get into games emotionally. If you guys go back, do you know how many times I've cried on stream at video games? Not an insignificant number. I've cried about plenty of games. But in this game, I just didn't feel it. They didn't do a good job with the writing. I could probably have a media literacy podcast. Like Sabzi, let me put it this way. The writing that I did. So, you guys might know this. I'm going to switch to my default outfit for a minute. I did cry during Pacific Drive, yes. I'm going to switch to my default outfit for a hot minute. So, you might notice right now, see this choker that I have on my neck? This choker on my neck? Definitely get the vibe of we want you to feel bad about killing old friends, but you did not get that impression that they knew how to make you feel that. Yeah, so this choker that I'm wearing features very prominently in one of my writings, in the second story that I wrote. And the choker is not gifted from the other character until the very end. Like, that's literally the last page. It's teased at the beginning. At the very beginning, it shows up, but I don't get it. It's not given to me. It's snatched out of my hands and shoved in a purse somewhere, out of sight, and kept. And so the entire time, the reader knows it's going to happen eventually. And you're waiting for the crux of it. And then I spend the rest of those 20 some odd pages building it up. We're building up the relationship between these two characters. We're building up the interactions that they have, the trust that they have, and working these emotional beats so that at the very end, it hits. And it hits. The people that have read it have messaged me afterwards, and they're like, you're a fucking monster. If this doesn't have a happy ending in the next part, I'm gonna be upset. How fucking dare you? Because I didn't just fucking throw it at them, I built up to it. And so you have the crescendo at the end of the story being that important story beat between two characters having an emotional moment. And if I had just thrown it in at the very beginning, it would have been cheap and bullshit. It's about setup and payoff. Khazan was just payoff without the setup. Yeah, Khazan is all about the payoff. You're still the shittiest barbarian that ever fucking lived. You need to... No, go get food. I'm almost done ranting and then I'm gonna end stream. But thank you so much for the raid. You go get food. They could have very easily made this game a 10 out of 10 to show the descent into devastation that Khazan has. Feels like that's a lot of modern writing. Yeah. They could have absolutely done an amazing job by peppering in this relationship of him and Ozma. We're told that they're great friends, but they don't ever really show it. And when they do show it, it's at the end of the game. I've already gotten to that point. I'm only invested in finishing. I'm not invested emotionally. And I think that if they had taken a lot of time to show how well Ozma and Khazan work together, and honestly, they could have done such a cool job. They could have had Ozma be like, if you guys have played BioShock Infinite, Elizabeth is easily one of the best NPCs because she's able to help you. Right? I hate that my fucking tracking keeps snapping back. Elizabeth helps you in the fight. You can kind of direct her to create stuff in certain places, but she's helping you. She's throwing you ammo. She's throwing you health. She's throwing you regeneration effects. They could have shown, Ozma isn't just an archmage. He is, creating openings for Khazan, empowering his weapon. They work as a team. Based on the ending, the Khazan only became the first Berserker at the very end when his business was concluded, yet the demons persisted. Maybe. But, they could have shown how well they work together, to have them work in tandem. separate, he's a good swordsman, Ozma's a good caster, but together you have this like, the Ozma can always get his spells off because Khazan is constantly jumping in the way to block enemies and putting on pressure, and then Ozma, every time he has a chance, he's buffing Khazan to like make his weapon do magic damage that does more, and like shown how well they mesh together, how they are a team, they are a pair, they fit together perfectly, and then come back to find Reese, and it just has like this emotional moment of being reunited with their throuple, and then it all gets ripped away, and it would be harrowing. And then Khazan having that journey to try to get back to Ozma, and then finding out that Reese is dead, and finding out that Ozma's behind everything falling apart, and having to be the one to put him down, because he's the only one that's left that can, after he's found all of these people, and like, he's realized how broken they are, and how they're forced into this situation, and he has to be the one to put them out of their misery, but they don't do that. They don't do that, and it's frustrating, and it pisses me off, because it could have been so good. I could sit down and write how this could be amazing, and they didn't do it, and I'm done, and I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. I really wish that I could have done like after I did with Sekiro, where I set the controller down and I went, God damn it, that was a good game. This game had some really cool ideas, but every fucking boss fight was really frustrating because it was a little bit too long, and it had a little bit too many mechanics with a little bit too tight timing, and they fucked up the emotional beats. And that's my opinion on it, and I'm done. Have a good night. Bye.